各位朋友们好，这几个月咱有幸见证了不少的历史瞬间。2025年年末，俄国的谱子谈了，至于谈的是恋爱还是停火条件，你先别管，反正是谈了。2026年年初，美国的谱子速通委内瑞拉，生擒总统马杜罗。最近几天伊朗又不大太平，哈梅内伊究竟惊不惊慌我不知道，反正我是有点慌了，因为我的考试还不知道能不能过。言归正传，最近伊朗的事儿在全球都上了热搜，欧洲自然也不例外，各地或多或少都举行了或声援伊朗人民或反对美国的活动。就像各位现在看到的，这是一场由瑞典左翼政党 SKP 及瑞典共产党举办的反美活动。我经常路过这地方，之前大家聚集在此，通常是痛斥普京和俄罗斯对乌克兰的特别军事行动，内塔尼亚胡和以色列也是常客，偶尔批判美国在全世界驻军。但这几个周，特朗普占据了绝对的 C 位。前几天大家还在批判他绑架马杜罗，今天就成了批判他对伊朗的干涉，估计没过几天还能批判他对格陵兰岛的狼子野心。也许和天气有关，现场的人是真的少，满打满算不到20个，还有将近一半是头发花白的老年人，和几个月前 Greta Thunberg 回国时的万人空巷形成了鲜明的对比。我刚刚过来时，看着大家横着举了个意大利的旗帜，心里一惊，还在纳闷，难道意大利又跳反帮助特朗普入侵格陵兰岛呢？后来一位老哥给我解释，他们拒绝使用目前伊朗官方的旗帜，也拒绝使用象征君主制的伊朗王国的旗帜，也就是马斯克替换的那幅，而是选择使用伊朗民用旗帜表达立场。他们永远和伊朗的人民站在一起，虽然人比较的少，但是气势这一块却没得说。在翻译的帮助下，我成功提取了各位演讲的核心思想，主要是骂特朗普，包括但不限于骂他是一个法西斯，是一个帝国主义者等等等等。不管 MAGA 们怎么摇旗呐喊，特朗普在世界范围内确实是不大受欢迎。看到他们，我脑袋里蹦出来的第一个词是疯狂的往左，但不得不说，这群人确实是有毅力。斯德哥尔摩1月份的妖风吹得我脑袋疼，但来都来了，光我一个人在镜头前瞎逼逼也没什么意思。我这正好逮住3位现场的老哥，和他们聊聊内心真实的想法，看看他们和在 B 站的往左本质区别在哪。And can you introduce us something about this?
Yes, it says imperialist and monarchist hands off Iran.
So you are...
We are for an independent class position, working class position. We are neither for the Shah or the priest, the mullahs in Iran. We are against US and Israeli intervention into Iran and any other imperialist nation that might intervene.
Yeah, the thing is, we are fully in favor of the people right now demonstrating in Iran. A very courageous struggle against this horrible Islamic dictatorship. But the thing is that the United States and Israel, they are trying to capitalize on this movement for their own reasons. It's a real genuine movement of the youth and the working class. But the imperialists, they want to get rid of the Islamic Republic and put their own leader there, the son of the last king, which the masses have already got rid of in 1979. And what we are support, the ones we support, it's the working class of Iran. We want the working class of Iran to decide their own fate. It's not for the American or Israeli or the Swedish ruling class to decide who is going to rule Iran. You can see in Venezuela what they did in Venezuela. The United States has no regard for the wishes of the people. Bomb the capital, Caracas, abduct Maduro, the president, and then holds a sham trial accusing him of cocaine smuggling, which is totally false. And they would like to do the same in Iran.
You can also see the type of peace and prosperity American imperialism brings to Afghanistan, and Iraq, and Somalia, and Libya, and a whole bunch of other countries throughout the world. A military intervention from a foreign imperialist power will not bring any peace or prosperity for the masses of Iran. The fate of Iran is up for the working class of Iran, the majority of the population there. Only they have an authority on what is to happen in Iran, nobody else.
But given the ongoing tension, do you think is it possible for the working class to stand up for their own?
We hope and we believe the working class can get very far in opposing the mullahs in Iran. But we also understand, in order for the working class to take control of the country, they need a party or some other organization to lead them, because the working class can only improvise. There are a bunch of examples throughout history, like the Paris Commune, for example. The workers took power without any organized body to assist them, and it was crushed by reactionary forces.
And that's the thing. The struggle needs to be against capitalism. That's what we believe. That if you would replace one dictatorship with another, replace one dictator who has a beard with one dictator which has a suit,
Yeah.
It won't make any difference. What needs to be changed is the system completely, and not only in Iran, in the whole Middle East. The United States imperialism needs to be kicked out of the whole Middle East. The same goes for Latin America. The Western imperialism is the worst force on earth, the most reactionary force on earth. In the West, we workers in the West must, what we can do to help people in Iran or in Venezuela is to expose the ruling class of our own country, their hypocrisy.
But I think the idea is good. But do you think the reality is other way?
Well, I believe that this, our perspective has happened many times in history. What happened in Iran in 1979 was a socialist revolution from the beginning, but it was hijacked by the Islamists. When they got rid of the monarchy, workers took control of their own workplaces, of their whole cities. The power was in their hands. The only thing that was needed was that the leading party would say, you are now in control, let's run the society democratically, but they didn't do that. And so it was like a power vacuum where the Islamists can come in and hijack. So it's entirely possible, it's just a matter of what you have prepared.
Exactly. Whether or not it's realistic, that depends on the preparedness of the organized bodies of workers in Iran and anywhere in the world. And that is why we are building the Revolutionary Communist International, the Revolutionary Communist Party, because we need to be prepared for such an event to take place here in Sweden, in Canada, and the United States, anywhere in the world. You cannot improvise the forces of a revolution just like that out of thin air. You need to do that well beforehand, and you have to school people in Marxist theory, revolutionary theory, in order to achieve that, and that's what will guarantee success.
But have you ever thought that revolution will take knives?
Actually, if you consider the majority of people, in the case of both the Russian Revolution in 1917, the masses are actually peaceful. If you have the majority of people behind you, what force do you need? And what is needed for the working class is it's not to prepare for a violent overthrow. Workers get their power from that we produce everything in the world. We can use that power to take over the production that goes on in society and plan it rationally. But we do need to prepare for the violence from the ruling class. That is something working class needs a self-defense.
But I think Trump or Putin won't allow another communist regime in Middle East.
No, they will attack it.
Just like they've done throughout all of history.
Yeah, the history shows it. That is correct. The imperialists will never allow it.
Yeah.
So that's why we need an international organization, so that the workers in America can also fight and stop an attack against another country that has decided their own fate. That's what happened in the Russian Revolution. There was a civil war where the old ruling class tried to destroy
21 imperialist nations invaded the country.
Tried to destroy the country, but also through the sacrifices of the Russian people, but also the help from England, from America. The workers organized strikes and blockades and didn't allow for sending of weapons and troops. And so through international solidarity, you can stop this.
So all the working class in the world unite.
Yes,
exactly.
Workers of the world unite, like Karl Marx said.
I do not understand much Swedish, but I heard names come up, like Trump. What's your opinion on Trump? Yeah.
Well, where to start?
One word or two words.
Imperialists.
Imperialists.
Now we are obviously against Donald Trump. He is a horrible reactionary. He sort of personifies all that is wrong with capitalism. He says he's the candidate for peace to get America out of the forever wars. How is that going? Just provoking and starting wars in the Middle East. He's helping Netanyahu with his genocide in Palestine. The economic situation and poverty in America is horrible. His ties to Jeffrey Epstein is now common knowledge. He is one person, yes, but Joe Biden was no better. They are all the same. They are part of one ruling class. Someone called them the Epstein class, because all the ruling class in the world were tied together to this horrible pedophile rapists. That's who they are. It sort of personifies the worst parts of capitalism.
They rape, exploit, and reap the world. They have no interest in actually helping the working class of America or anyone anywhere in the world. It's only for their own class interest, the capitalist class, that they seek to invade and intervene under the name of democracy and freedom.
It's the case that the liberals in Europe try to say that they are the good guys and Trump is the bad guy. But they are all the same. They have a different approach, obviously, and different rhetoric. But in the end, they all defend the same exploitative capitalist system, which creates mass poverty, wars, famine, genocide. So they are all the same, whether they are nice, liberal, well-polished people. Their aims like Donald Trump.